head, you have my heart. All you're looking for is me. Can't tell me what you need. Boy, you know just who you are. Hold my hand, don't go too far. All you're looking for is me. Can't tell me what you need. What you need, 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 need. What you need, need, need. Tell me what you need, 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 need. What you need.
I don't know who's Margot. I just hit this lotto. I'm building up my cargo.
I hope everyone is doing well right now. Sit back, relax, and listen carefully as we start to discuss what is environmental science all about. But let's define first what is environment. Environment literally means surrounding and everything that affects an organism during its lifetime. Environment belongs to all the living beings and thus is important for all. Each and everybody of whatever occupation he or she may have is affected by environmental issues like global warming, depletion of ozone layer, and etc. Now that you have already understand what is environment, so let us talk about environmental science. What is environmental science? The science of environment studies is a multidisciplinary science because it comprises various branches of studies like chemistry, physics, medical science, life science, agriculture, public health, sanitary engineering, etc. It is the science of physical phenomena. Studies of the sources, reactions, transport, effect, and fate of a physical or biological species in the air, water, and soil, and the effect from human activity upon these. Environmental science is a multidisciplinary science whose basic aspects have a direct relevance to every section of the society. Conservation of nature and natural resources, conservation of biological diversity, control of environmental pollution, stabilization of human population and environment, social issues in relation to development and environment, development of non-polluting renewable energy system and providing new dimension to nation security. With ever-increasing development by modern man, large-scale degradation of natural resources have been occurred. About the fact that we are degrading our environment, we are actually harming ourselves. In short, if we want to manage on planet Earth, here are some objectives: improving the quality of environment, creating an awareness among people on environment issues, creating such an atmosphere as people find themselves fit enough to participate in decision making. An ecosystem is the ecological unit consisting of biotic and abiotic factors in a specific area. All ecosystems, even the ultimate biosphere, are open systems. There is necessarily at least an inflow and outflow of energy. Balance of ecosystem means balance of autotrophs and heterotrophs in an ecosystem to maintain an even distribution of sustainable energy through food chains. Any disturbance in autotrophic and heterotrophic balance leads to ecosystem imbalance. More the imbalance, more externals are required to balance. Bigger the ecosystem, lesser is the imbalance. Structure and function of an ecosystem. An ecosystem has two types of components, biotic and abiotic. Here are some examples of biotic and abiotic factors. Abiotic component includes sunlight, water, temperature. For chemical, proteins, carbohydrates, and minerals. For biotic components, it's the producers and consumers. Producers, consumers, and decomposers. Some living things make their own food. Some living things get energy by eating other living things. Some living things get energy by breaking down the bodies of plants. Function of ecosystem. First, it balances the rate of biological energy flow and it balances the nutrient cycle. The producers actually use nutrients and prepare food, the consumers consume it, and the decomposers recover the nutrients, keep flowing on it. Ecological succession. The slow but continuous replacement of ecosystem over a period of time in any particular area is called ecological succession. It occurs due to environmental changes. Human activities and their effects on environment. First is the agriculture. Second, plastic production. Then, destruction of the reefs. Production of black carbon. Emission of carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases. Draining streams or rivers and destruction of critical freshwater aquifer recharge areas. Today, the world is facing numerous environmental problems ranging from local problems such as groundwater depletion to global problems such as climate change. These problems can be solved only when everyone cares for the environment. For that, everyone needs to be informed about the cause, consequences, and remedial measures of different environmental problems. In order to achieve this goal, environmental science is promoted and taught at different educational levels. The subject bears immense importance as it aims at saving the integrity of the life-supporting environment of Earth, which is a unique planet that sustains life. Importance of this subject can be described in terms of the various objectives that it fulfills for saving the environment. So far, 7 such objectives have been identified. It guides us to know how our developmental and day-to-day activities affect environment and how we are affected by changes in environmental conditions. It guides us to create a pollution-free environment by adopting different methods of preventing and controlling pollution. It guides us to utilize our natural resources such as water, forests, minerals, and fossil fuels in an efficient manner that is with maximum utility and minimum wastage by adopting conservation and recycling strategies. It guides common public to live an eco-friendly lifestyle and adopting the above 3 features, that is knowing environmental implication of one's activities, preventing and controlling pollution, and utilizing the resources. It guides industries to operate an eco-friendly mode by adopting clean and efficient technologies and installing pollution control systems. The environment and its benefit to individuals or groups can be viewed and justified from multiple perspectives. An utilitarian justification for environmental conservation means that we should protect the environment because doing so provides a direct economic benefit to people. An ecological justification for environmental conservation means that we should protect the environment because doing so will protect both species that are beneficial to others as well as other species. And an ecological justification for conservation acknowledges the many ecosystem services that we derive from healthy ecosystems. An aesthetic justification for conservation acknowledges that many people enjoy the outdoors and do not want to live in a world without wilderness. And finally, a moral justification represents the belief that various aspects of the environment have a right to exist and that it is our moral obligation to allow them to continue living. Earth, our home, is a truly unique place, providing us not only what we all need to survive but also delivers the destructive forces with a great fury. Environmental science is important to save our world from destruction. Because of man's abusive actions, the environment is not safe anymore. If man will only make use of the different discoveries through environmental science, then this world will definitely be a better place to be called home, not only for us, but for the next generation.
They say you too tired, so but I think that I love you. Mama, a party girl, she